the heart of a value. The sun was rising over the city, and the marketplace called a value was just beginning to wake up. Elias liked to drop by early before the crowds arrived to make sure everything was ready. "I managed to come on time," he thought proudly as he looked at his sleek watch. He walked through the gates, telling the guards to be aware of the new safety rules. "Beware of the loose stones near the fountain," he warned them. He knew that even a small mistake could lead to trouble. Elias was proud to be in charge of such a unique place. It was not like a normal company. Here, people traded skills and kindness instead of just money. He had to manage a company of volunteers and traders every day. To announce the daily schedule, he walked to the central office. "It must have been at work where I learned to manage stress," he told himself, remembering his old office job. He checked the morning time slot on his computer to see which sellers were arriving. One of his favorite traders was Mara. She was a seasoned seller who had been part of the market since it opened. Mara was very keen on organic farming and always brought the best produce from her garden. She was busy filling a ceramic bowl with fresh berries. Behind her, her pantry was full of colorful jars of honey and grains. She began to pour some lavender seeds into a small bag for a customer who wanted to trade a handmade scarf for them. The morning was going well until a sudden, spontaneous moment changed everything. Mara wanted to show a customer the quality of her fruit. As the woman who takes an apple from the very top of a tall, beautiful pyramid, Mara reached out quickly. She didn't realize the balance was delicate. Her fingers brushed the fruit, and the entire display began to wobble dangerously under the bright morning sun. It was a disaster. The pyramid collapsed, and all of them fell on the ground with a series of loud thuds. "What a catastrophe!" Mara cried out. Nearby, a disgruntled customer started to complain about the mess. Elias heard the noise and ran over to help. He saw the bruised fruit rolling across the dusty path. People began to gather, and he could feel their growing distrust. They worried the market was becoming disorganized and messy. Elias felt the burden of leadership on his shoulders. The memory of a previous failure was haunting him, making him feel nervous. He knew he had to act fast to keep the peace. From his point of view, the reputation of a value depended on how they handled these small accidents. He didn't want the traders to lose faith in his ability to lead the community through difficult moments. "Please, everyone, stay calm," Elias said, trying to appease the crowd. He spoke softly to Mara, who was almost in tears. He knew she didn't deserve to be shouted at for a simple accident. He grabbed a broom and started to help her. He wanted to prove that everyone in the market supported each other, no matter what happened. Slowly, the angry whispers of the customers began to fade as they saw his dedication. Elias stood up and addressed the people. "In this market, we see many opportunities to help each other," he said loudly. "We must look at things from a different point of view. A few bruised apples are not the end of the world." He explained that the fruit could still be used for juice or baking. He reminded them that they all deserve a place where mistakes are forgiven and where community is the highest priority. Mara smiled and began to dump the bruised apples into a large wooden bin for composting. It took a lot of effort to clean the entire area, but soon the path was clear again. Elias stayed by her side until the work was done. This simple act of help showed the true utilization of their market's philosophy, working together to solve problems. The disgruntled customers were now smiling, impressed by how quickly the situation was resolved. By the end of the day, the market was peaceful again. It was a happy ending to a stressful morning. Elias and Mara sat together, looking at the many possibilities for the future of a value. They had learned to value the strength of their community more than the perfection of a fruit display. As the sun set, they felt proud of what they had built together, a place where everyone belonged.